I finally passed my Thunder challenge, but honestly, I'm not really happy about it how I did it. And in this video, I will explain why. But first, we will start with the good news. And the good news are, I am funded. I passed my Thunder challenge, and I had a 5k account, and I started 2 months ago on 2nd December, something like that. And it was a really hard time because there were up and downs like usual. My win rate in these 2 months were about 30 or 35%, something like this. And I took many losing trades. I had 2 drawdowns, and it was a really hard time in these 2 months. After the up and downs, I finally made it. I did it last week on January the 27th. I think so, yes. The dollar was really weak, and I took a long on British pound and dollar, on the pair British pound dollar. I took a long and passed the challenge with that. And after all that, like I said, I finally did it, but I'm not really happy how I did it because there were so many small mistakes and so many phases in between where I was really emotional and really not in the right mindset. That's why passing the challenge doesn't mean for me that it's over, I'm a trader now. I think it's the part where the trading really begins because I made so many mistakes and I saw so many things that I need to work on, and I think this is where the improvement really begins. But overall, I just started 3 months ago with trading, and I think it's a pretty good achievement, but honestly, there are so many things that I need to learn and so many things that I need to experience that I can become a better trader. The worst thing that I can do now is thinking that I am a good trader. Maybe I am, maybe it was just beginner luck, but one thing that I know is that I need to improve more. I need to work on these things and do it better next time, because this is where everything starts. Passing the challenge doesn't mean for me that I'm ready for the big things. I think it taught me more things that I need to work on. For example, I had some problems with the pressure when I was close to my goal at the end of phase 1 and at the end of phase 2. I had problems with the pressure being close to my goal and stuff like that. I had problems with over trading, with emotions, especially when I was close to my goal. And not only that, I also had good phases too. I had good weeks where I was really focused, really clear-minded, and executed and traded very well. But I had the bad sides too. So that are the points where I need to work on my mindset, emotions, and stuff like that. But I think that it's all about experience. When you work on your problems, when you see your mistakes, and when you're working on that, then things will be better in the future. Things will get better. Yeah, so for me, the main work isn't over. The game just begins now. I will do weekly updates, how I trade and how I deal with my problems, with my mistakes, and show you guys bad weeks and good weeks. So if you want to see all that, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I will update you guys every week. And now I want to get more into the things that I did wrong and why I'm not happy with my performance in these 2 months. One of my main problems was I was really impatient at the end of phase 1 or phase 2. I was really impatient. I wanted to reach my goal as fast as I could. But one thing that I learned is that I need to be really patient. Especially at the end of a challenge, at the end of your goal, you need to be really patient, because you'll most likely do more mistakes when you're impatient. You do like small mistakes, like execution mistakes. Your mindset is not in the right point, because trading is a really hard mind game. Your mind is a really big thing in trading. You need to be focused. You need to be clear in your head to execute well. And these were things that I didn't had. sometimes I was in a good mindset, in a clear-minded phase, but especially at the end of the challenge, I was really, really impatient and not in the best mindset shape. But this is one thing I need to work on my patience, that especially when I'm close to my goal, that I need to be more patient, more focused on everything. And the second thing that I need to work on is my dopamine in general. When you're trading, your dopamine is really connected with the profits and everything. You're feeling excited when you're hitting your TP and stuff like that. And that's okay. You can be happy about stuff like that. But what I did wrong was that I chased dopamine when I was trading. I wanted to open trades because I wanted that dopamine. And this is what I did really wrong. That's a really big mistake that I need to work on. For example, before I start a trading session, I need to be really simple with the things that I do. Don't play video games or watch reels or something like that. That's probably the worst thing that I can do before I start trading. I need to focus on clearing my head, go for walks, keeping your dopamine level really simple, so I don't fall into a dopamine rush when I'm trading. That's a really important thing that I need to work on. And it worked very well a few weeks ago. I did a dopamine detox and everything was going well. I improved my execution, my patience, and my trades were better in the quality. And this is what I need to do in the future too, to watch my dopamine levels, how I feel, and I need to prepare my head for trading sessions. And the dopamine problem leads to another mistake, and this mistake is overtrading. You chase too many trades, you execute too many low quality trades, you are doing more mistakes. Like I said, you're doing stuff like revenge trading or chasing trades, like I said. And this is one thing that I did wrong too. But it comes from the dopamine trading. Because of my impatience, because of my dopamine, I was simply over trading. And these all things that I need to work on. So for me, like I said in the beginning, the challenge is over, but the real game begins now. I need to improve these things. I need to work on these things to get a better trader, to get to my goal. I need to improve these things. So for me, I passed the challenge, but I'm not happy with that I made so many mistakes. But it's part of the game for me. It's part of being a trader. To gain experience, you need to do mistakes. And when you're working on these mistakes, you get a better trader. So for me, it's part of the game. And like I said, the challenge is over, but the real game starts now. I had phases where I had a routine, where I woke up at 7 a.m. I went for walks. I wasn't that much on a phone and had a clear head and stuff like that. And this is what improved my trading. So I know exactly what I need to do to improve everything, and I will do it. And like I said, you guys can see my journey of trading, how I improve myself and what I do wrong, what I do good. You can see everything on this channel. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. If you want to see my journey, don't forget to follow. And thank you guys for everything. And we will see us in the next video.